Welcome back. If you've heard about the healing method, the emotion code, from a friend or a practitioner, or maybe from the best-selling book by that name, and you want to find out what it's all about, you're in the right place. That's what we're talking about today. Hi, I'm Hession, and I am an expert on the emotion code. My background is I'm a medical intuitive and an energy practitioner. I'm a certified emotion code and body code practitioner. I have a degree in psychology from Harvard University, and I've studied energy healing and transformational healing for over 30 years. And I've worked with Dr. Bradley Nelson, who created the emotion code and wrote the emotion code book since 2014, helping to get this amazing healing modality out to the world. So in the process, I have spoken with several thousand people to answer their questions and help them learn and create extraordinary breakthroughs in their health and their lives using the emotion code. So I know what questions people have about it, and I usually know the answers. So this is part one of a series on everything you need to know about the emotion code, but didn't know who to ask. And in this one, I want to give the shortest, sort of nutshell version of what I think are the three most important things for you to know. And then in the rest of the series, we can get into lots of other questions that you have in a lot more detail. So based on my work with the emotion code and those thousands of conversations with people who are wanting to learn more about it, here's what I think are the three most important things you need to know about the emotion code. Ready? Number one, you know how people have trapped, stuck emotional baggage from the past that's weighing them down, affecting their health, causing stress, preventing them from really living their lives right now. Whether you're relating to that for yourself or you're just knowing that you see that in other people, you do know what I mean, right? So the emotion code is a simple, fast, and very reliable way to pinpoint and release that heavy, nasty emotional baggage from your past in seconds without having to talk about it, without having to analyze it or understand it or relive it. Using the emotion code, it's just gone and you get your life back. I'm talking PTSD, I'm talking chronic pain that's been going on for years, I'm talking severe anxiety, I'm talking lowered immunity, inability to have a healthy, happy relationship, self-sabotage, you name it. This emotional baggage, which takes the form in your body of what we call trapped emotions. These trapped emotions are one of the biggest underlying causes of all of these issues and more, and they can be found and released from your body in seconds using the emotion code. And not only that, once each trapped emotion has been cleared, it's gone for good. So now, number two, most important thing I think there is for you to know, anyone can learn how to use the emotion code for themselves and their family and their friends. Anyone. You don't have to be intuitive. You don't have to be thinking of yourself as a healer. You don't have to be an adult. This is actually so simple, a young child can do it. And you don't even have to believe it's going to work. I can't tell you how many stories I have of people who are deeply, deeply skeptical, but agreed to give it a try. And they had extraordinary changes in their health and their experience of life from using the emotion code. And the basics of how to get started are right in that emotion code book by Dr. Nelson. And there's a link to that in the top post in the comments below in this video. Here is number three. You probably already know that our conscious mind is just like the tip of the iceberg, right? And our subconscious mind is 95% or more of what we actually know and process. Research indicates that our subconscious never sleeps, and it can process 20 million pieces of information per second, where your conscious mind can only process 40 pieces of information per second. Okay, I think we can all agree that's a really big difference. What you may not have considered is that for any health or life issue that you're dealing with, whether it's pain or chronic illness or relationship problems, you've already spent a lot of time trying to figure out what's causing it and how to fix it using what? Your conscious mind, right? That's all you've really had to work with. And in some cases, your conscious mind has been able to figure out some solutions, but it obviously hasn't been fully successful because the issue's still there. But your subconscious mind knows everything that's going on in your body. It runs your body. It makes thousands, if not millions, of decisions all day long to keep your body functioning. It's like this vast computer with billions of bits of data, your whole past and present. So many answers, most of which you can't access consciously. The emotion code is actually a way that anybody can learn to access some of that very valuable information in your subconscious. Specifically, the underlying trapped emotional energy that's stuck in your body, creating imbalances and dysfunction in your organs and systems, influencing how you experience your life, like a filter of clouded, negative emotional energy that you see your whole life through. It allows you, the emotion code, to identify the real underlying causes of the problem and then clear them away for good. And that is why the emotion code has been so successful at helping people resolve and get well from so many chronic health issues and chronic pain that's resisted treatment for years in some cases, because the emotion code is based on getting that insider information that your conscious mind has never had access to. What I've seen this mean for myself and for many, many others is chronic pain relieved, negative behaviors shifted for good, addictions no longer having a death grip on people's lives, food sensitivities disappearing, subconscious defenses that were like blocking out love and relationships just not getting triggered anymore. People's bodies starting to heal themselves from chronic disease that had resisted treatments before, and even an increase in financial abundance once those subconscious emotional blocks around money and abundance were cleared for good. So if you're thinking that that sounds amazing, you're right. It is really amazing. And if you're skeptical, that is great. I love healthy skepticism. I'll tell you a secret. I do this for a living, and I'm skeptical of it, and I question it all the time myself. And I think that's a good thing. But I can't deny the results that I see every day. And that's why I keep using the emotion code for myself and my family and in my healing work with others. So I know you have a lot more questions, like I get it, it's really cool, but what is it exactly? And what are those trapped emotion things you're talking about? And lots more. So I'm going to get into those in a lot more detail in the rest of the series. If you already want to experience the emotion code for yourself, you can click on the link below in the notes and schedule a healing session or a free consult. Catch you next time. I hope that was helpful. And now that you know what I think are the most important things for you to know about the emotion code, check out the rest of the series. And you can also post your own questions below, and I'll make a video for you to answer them.